in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the latest Elite FPL show with myself, Steve, where, of course, we will be covering that up on screen there. Yes, we have 4 Premier League matches to be covering tonight. We have, well, it's Norwich versus Everton. That's the game that I'll be covering. Man United versus Sheffield United is the game that GW will be covering. He'll also have Paulie with him as well. We've got Wolves versus Bournemouth, which FPL Boona will be covering, and Harbour Boy covering Newcastle versus Aston Villa. So let's bring the guys on. Let's hear from them. Evening all.
Evening.
Good morning.
All set for tonight's games?
Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed.
Boona, while we've got you here, tell us about last night's game. Tottenham 2, West Ham 0.
You want the honest truth?
I want, yeah, of course I bloody do.
Yeah, we were shocking. We weren't great. We didn't deserve. Well, I didn't deserve any FPL points from my perspective. Son got an assist. He had a goal chalked off for offside, but apart from that, he was quite off the game. Kane didn't drop as deep this time, and he had quite a few shots, so that was a bit more promising. Aurier looked really lively down the right-hand side, and is one option I'm considering. And apart from that, it was a pretty boring game.
The question for you that a lot of people will be asking is, because I know you've got 2 of the assets, but are Son and Kane worth it from an FPL perspective, or it was just a void?
I mean, if I didn't, it's a case of if you don't own them right now, I wouldn't be rushing to bring them in. If you own them, I wouldn't be rushing to take them out. So I mean, obviously in the latter there.
So you're covering the Wolves versus Bournemouth game. As you stated, you're pretty invested in this game with certain assets playing. Do you want to go through the team lineup, starting with the Wolves team, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just bring it up quickly. 1 second. So we have got in goal Patricio. Across the back 3, we've got Saiss, Cody, Bolly. No shocks there. We've got on the wings, we've got Johnny, Otto on the left, Doherty on the right. Dendonka drops out for Adama Traore, who's assuming a right wing position. Got Neves and Moutinho holding. Diogo Jota on the left, and Jimenez, as usual, up front. For Aston Villa.
It's Bournemouth, you mean?
Yeah, Bournemouth even. Sorry, I was just really excited by the fact that Nyland starts. So for Bournemouth, we have got Ramsdale in goal, Smith, Ake, Steve Cook, Stacey, Lerma, Lewis Cook, and Billing, Brooks, Stanislav, with Wilson leading the line.
Cheers, Boona. We'll be back with you in a minute. Harbour Boy, good evening, mate, or whatever time it is in New Zealand. Hello.
Good morning, Steve-O.
What time is it over there, my friend?
It is just come out to 5 a.m.
Oh, that's not too bad. I was expecting like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now you're covering you chose to do the Newcastle versus Aston Villa game. Was there any specific reason into doing it, or is it just the fact that, you know what, I'll just do a game, I'll just go with that?
I'm an Aston Villa fan, so it's a must-win game for us in a relegation battle.
Absolutely. So do you want to just reveal the team news to anybody listening in on audio right now? We'll start with Newcastle first.
So in Newcastle have got Dubravka in goal, Manquillo, Lascelles, Fernandez and Rose along the back. In the midfield, Matt Ritchie, a popular pick this week, DeAndre Shelby, Hayden, the pacey St. Maximum and Almiron, and newly revitalised Joe Linton leading the line. As Boona says, Aston Villa have got Nyland still in goal. They've got Target, Mings, Hawes and Konza in the back. John McGinn, Douglas Luiz and Trezeguet. And then Jack Grealish and El Ghazi on the flanks. And Samatta gets the start up front ahead of Keenan Davis today.
As an Aston Villa fan, just a quick question. What are your... obviously, you're hoping for 3 points, but what are you actually predicting for this game? I think I went 2-1 to Newcastle.
Oh, it's a tough one. It's hard to know what this home and away means. Newcastle are usually pretty tough to break down at home, but away teams have had a bit of luck so far after the restart. I think Villa have got all to play for. I'm just hoping they sneak a 1-0 win.
Brilliant. Cheers, Harbour Boy. Like I said, we'll be back talking in a few seconds' time. Gee whiz, are you there? Is he there?
No, I can't see. I can't see him there.
Dear,
Paulie's there. Paulie's on mute.
I wonder why that is. Paulie, you... oh, here he is.
There
Hold
he
on a minute. Gee whiz, are you there?
Yes, mate.
Hello, my friend. Right then, you're covering the Man United versus Sheffield United game. Do you want to go through the Man United team news for us, please?
Paulie? No, okay. Paulie's not going to rescue me. To be honest with you, I'm not exactly set up at the moment.
It's all right. If
a mad rush from work.
It's all right.
And
we're happy to rescue him, mate. I've got the team in front of me.
Oh, thank you very much, Boona. If you could do the honours while I grab a drink and get ready before this game kicks off, I'd really appreciate it.
No worries, buddy. So we've got De Gea in goal. a bit of an echo on Wiz. We've got Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Matic, Pogba, Greenwood, Fernandes, Rashford, Martial. A very, very strong team. Probably the strongest they've been for a number of years, Steve-O. So 0-0 incoming.
Yeah.
Well, I've just been reminded on the TV that the last game between these two finished 3-3, was it?
Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah, and Sheffield United were 3-0 or 3-1 up.
I think they was, 2-0 or something like that. They was definitely mad. Oh, I've just remembered I'm supposed to be somewhere else. Take no notice of me.
Yeah. We know that, Wiz. Do you want to reveal the Sheffield United team user, Boona?
Yes, absolutely. So we have got, wow, they've tweeted a lot since then. They have got Moore in goal. Who? No idea. We've got Jack Robinson, 4.0, fodder, Jagielka, 45-year-old Jagielka, and Basham, 3 at the back. Stevens on the left, Baldock on the right. Norwood, Lundstrom, and Fleck in the middle, with McGoldrick and Mousset up front. You've got McBurney, Sharp, and Burge dropping to the bench there.
Cheers, Ben. Gee Whiz, can you do us a favour and just mute your mic when you're not on air, please? Because there's a lot of feedback coming through. Thank you. There we have it, everybody. That's the team news for tonight's game, apart from one game which I'm covering, which I've completely forgotten about. It's live on there at the moment. Yeah, there we are.
I've just muted him.
Yeah, thank you, Boona. Like he said, he's a bit busy with something else at the moment. So the Norwich team news, and the last time I think I did an Everton game on TV for the Amazon game, it was against Burnley. So, and that ended 2-0 to Everton, I think it was. And that's what I think I'm predicting for this specific game. I think I'm going 2-0 myself. I can't specifically remember now what I went with. Once I can look at my notes here. 2-0 to Everton. So we got Tim Krul in goal, Max Aarons, Godfrey, Close, Lewis, Tetty, McLean, Rupp, Duda, Hernandez, and Drimich. No Pookie, no Cantwell, which it blows my mind why that hasn't happened, why he hasn't started them. And then we move on to Everton, where we've got Pickford, Holgate, Keane, Coleman, Digne, Davies, Andre Gomez, Iwobi, Bernard, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. Bit like what Boona said with the Man United team news, this Everton team, very, very, very attacking indeed, and it's going to be fascinating to see how it goes. All I will say is that thank you everybody for joining us now. I've got a massive favour to ask everybody right now that's on our Discord, which I'd like to think is a lot of you. So as you know, I put up screenshots from Twitter, specifically from the Twitter team club. Start again. The official accounts for each football team that's going to be playing today, right? If any of you guys on Discord can do me a favour and just upload pictures from the official Twitter pages of each team regarding the action that's going on and put them in the team screenshots, I'd be very, very grateful, because it's going to be extremely difficult covering 4 games, trying to do it myself. So if any, I know Zap did it the other day. I know that Lost guy did it the other day as well. So if anybody wants to do that, it's in the team screenshots. Anything from the official accounts, if you wouldn't mind just screenshotting some of the pictures, obviously cropping it so it's an actual picture, I'd be very, very grateful indeed. Paulie, were you right to say something then?
No, it seems muted, but we have had kickoff. I think all the games will have cooked off by now.
Yeah, we have had kickoff. It's only been like the opening 20 seconds or whatever, and it's fascinating. Yeah, Boona, what are you expecting from your game tonight, Wolves versus Bournemouth? Because for me, I think, again, I went with a 2-0. Yeah, 2-0.
There's a difference between expecting and what I want. I'd like Jota to, show, a reason for why I kept him. But at the same time, Bournemouth now got a point to prove, and they need to bounce back. So I'm expecting a tough game. I think it could be quite close. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0, 4-0 like some people are expecting. Did
you see the Leicester game last night?
I did see the Leicester game last night, and Leicester defensive owners got off very lucky.
Oh, tell us why.
Leicester had Brighton had a penalty missed by Neil Maupay.
Yeah?
Yeah, Schmeichel 14-pointer.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Vardy looked terrible. He looked off the pace so badly.
Yeah, what is going on with Leicester in general? Because
Leicester did not look good. No.
Do you think they've just? I don't know. It's almost like they've they feel like they've cemented third spot and they just can't be bothered? What do you think the psychology is behind it?
I don't know. There just seems something wrong there right now. I'm not too sure what's caused that.
My game's only just kicked off.
It's only just kicked off, has it? That's all right. That's all right. G-Wiz, what are you expecting from your game, Man United versus Sheffield United? As Boona said, it's a very, very attacking lineup from United.
Even though I've been reminded the last fixture was 3-3, I'm expecting United to keep a clean sheet.
I hope they do.
Well, let's be honest. Sheffield United aren't exactly renowned for 5-0s and 4-0s, are they? You know, and this United team should have enough quality to keep a team of Sheffield United's quality out. You would think.
Yeah.
Early corner for Bournemouth here.
For Bournemouth?
By the way, Steve, I'm here. I didn't realise my mic were on mute.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Thank you, Paul.
I was reading my new lineups and no one was talking to me.
Patricio's wiped Ake clean out here. He's laid out on the floor. Emergency services are en route.
Hold on a minute. Start again, Boona. Patricio's what? He's wiped out Ake and...
He's got the ball and he's taken the man as well. He went to punch the ball clear. He punched the ball clear, but he also knocked Ake sweet out.
Nothing intentional. This isn't going to be some...
No. Nothing. No, not at all. Not a penalty or anything like that. But Ake challenged and Patricio didn't even make contact with him. Ake jumped into Patricio and he's hurt himself here. He's down flat.
Oh, well, keep us on top of that, Boona. Any news coming out of that in the next few minutes, let us know. Harbour Boy, how are you? Obviously, you're watching the game right now and everything. How's the opening 3 or 4 minutes or so?
El Ghazi had a weak shot on goal. Grealish has already been fouled at least once. I'm expecting Grealish to get a lot of attention today, but otherwise, not much happening.
No, like I said, I went 2-1, but it really wouldn't surprise me if that ended a drab 0-0. There's not been many goals, unless you're Man City. I'm worried about everything. Now, G-Wiz, we had a laugh on Twitter about the fact that you went with Salah. This is your free hit up on screen at the moment. Why did you go Salah?
Yeah. Well, I had him from before lockdown. So during lockdown, when I was making, that slow wildcard period during lockdown, when I was making transfers, I kept him in. And then when the game restarted, I looked at my team and I had my free hit, bench boost and wildcard left. And for me, the team just looked ideally set up for this week. So I thought I'll just free hit last week when everyone was bench boosting and bench boost this week and see what happens. So when I was on the free hit last week, I had him anyway, so he's always going to come back into the team.
You've captained Jimenez.
Yep.
You confident with that pick?
I look at the Bournemouth defence and I say, yeah, they're going to leak a goal.
Boona, you're watching the game at the moment. I know it's only been 5 minutes or so, and obviously the players are all checking each other out, so to speak, but do you see any signs of Wolves getting a lot of goals here, or do you expect it to be a very cagey affair?
It'll be cagey until the first goal, I'd imagine. Wolves hadn't had they haven't threatened at all so far, but it's only 5 minutes in so far.
G-Wiz, does it not worry you that although Jimenez is a very, very consistent player, it's the double-digit returns that is a lack of concern? Does it worry you, or are you pretty content with the fact that if he does get a goal, which there's a very, very high chance of him doing, you'll be pretty happy with that, because he's normally in the bonus points, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's all I'm asking for is a return, a goal or an assist. I'm not really bothered. The main captaincy options this week I've got all covered, so
yeah,
I'll be getting their points anyway. Just on the game, it's only been 4 minutes played. We've got Man United's first corner, but it's all been Sheffield United. Man United have been camped ever since the first whistle. They've had
1-0 Man United.
Who scored?
Rashford assist, Martial goal.
Oh,
Come on! Martial, let's go. Come on.
Martial scoring. Tell us about the goal, Paulie.
Man United had a throw-in on the far side and literally threw it down line. Rashford smacked the ball across the box and Martial went flying in and he managed to get his foot there.
Yes. Good lad.
Yeah, it's just smashed ball across 6-yard box and has got there first before defender.
Gee whiz, what's going on here? You're supposed to be on top of this. You're a few minutes behind, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm at 7 minutes.
No, Gee Whiz just doesn't know
exactly.
Rashford or Martial.
I was just finishing what I was going to say before I was interrupted.
Oh, that's fantastic news. Boona, you'll be happy with that as a Rashford owner.
I don't have Rashford, but I've got Martial.
I thought you had Rashford. I thought you would had the triple up with Rashford, Martial and...
No, I went Salah instead, didn't I, for the -4.
Well, Jason, I know, has got Rashford as captain. There'll be a lot of people here with Rashford in their teams. Mr. Bloomhaven's very, very happy with this. Vish as well. Joe Page, Rashford flicked it over someone, smashed it in Martial, and it went in. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant there. Joe Page got Rashford captain. I'll take that. Yeah, that's a flaming brilliant start, and I think that this will certainly boost their confidence, eh, Paulie?
Yeah, Sheffield United have not really done anything. Martial's in again. Keeper's got there. They've had a couple of crosses, Sheffield United, but ball's just gone all the way across the box. Other than that, it's just been attack against defence for Man United.
The thing is that when you're a team like Burnley, like Sheffield United, I don't know, like these defensive teams, Brighton for example, the second that they can concede a goal, that's their game plan out the window, I find, and I don't think that Sheffield United have got the quality to get a goal against United now. I think that's it. I think it's now a case of, right, what do United do?
Yeah, the setup with the usual formation is just 2 out of the 3 of the back line. They're not regular starters, are they? So that's where Man United are trying to get in behind them, behind Jagielka and behind Robinson's side.
How's Pogba looking, Paulie?
He's playing deeper.
He is deeper on the team lineup as well.
Yeah, he's playing deeper with Matic and getting the ball and spreading it about. It's Fernandez that's the one that's further forward.
Rashford's got to come into my team next week. He has to.
Would that be for Kane, by any chance?
No. I'll be downgrading. I'll be upgrading Jota and making a -4 elsewhere. Maybe in the defence.
Greenwood's out on the right, and he's cut in his left a couple of times. He had a shot blocked after about 1.5 minutes, and he's looked quite lively. He looks like to have the beating of the.
Well, I was going to say, are you happy for Greenwood actually getting a start?
I've been one of them that's been saying he's deserved it.
Daily Lama has Greenwood in his team.
Does he?
Started him as well.
Yeah, they've got all 11 players behind ball at Sheffield United.
Yeah, this is what you'd expect it. I mean, to be honest with you, this is going to sound really weird, but a Martial goal, a clean sheet, is actually, for like, let's just say it ends 1-0. That would be ideal for me personally. That would be really, really good for me. Harbour Boy, the news of Rashford scoring a goal. Is he in your team? Sorry, Martial scoring the goal. Is he in your team? Have you got Rashford? How has this affected your team at all?
No, I only have Bruno and Maguire, but I'm eyeing up Rashford, seeing as Vardy doesn't look like he's up to much, so I might have to go Vardy to Rashford.
Yeah, Buda's just...
It's at James's Park here. It's all Villa, really. They missed an open goal. They had a beautiful Alexander-Arnold style cross straight into Trezeguet, who just had an open goal and he skied it over the top of the bar. They've had a corner. It's all Villa here so far.
And you'd like to think that they will punish Newcastle at some point, considering the amount of attacking ability that Aston Villa have got. But what I did want to ask you, Harbour Boy, Matt Ritchie, how's he looking? Because he was an option for a lot of people, but I was put off by him because of what James said on Planet FPL, where it's basically he's got his big returns now. He's not going to be getting that again. How's Matt Ritchie looked?
Hard to tell because Villa have had most of the ball. I think most of the attraction of Ritchie is that he's just a defender in the game, but playing out of position in the midfield, and he's on penalties. I think is his main thing. Danny Rose and Alan St Maximum seem to be doing a lot. I haven't seen much of Ritchie so far.
And at this game here at Carrow Road, it's been pretty much, in my opinion, just pretty much pass and play. The odd long ball played forward. Everton have had a couple of...
Oh, boy. Oh, how has he missed that? Oh, my God.
Who's missed it? Rashford?
Rashford's missed an open.
Paulie, explain that to us, please.
Sheffield United were on the attack, and then Man United just broke really quick. And Rashford's played in Martial, who passed it back across, and Rashford's just put it wide.
You mug.
So Martial basically was on a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, is passed it to the right for Rashford to come in, which he has done, but he's slid it past the post somehow.
Mate, I'm watching the wrong game. This game is shocking. Wolves haven't had an attempt yet. They haven't gone forward. It's all, it's all in the middle of the park. A bit more towards Wolves' defence, if anything.
But that's how Wolves set up, isn't it? It's all about the counter-attack. It's
not at home, though, surely.
Well, these teams, they've got a plan. It works. And, yeah, if Wolves' plan is to just soak up the pressure and then hit them, then they're going to have to... They've got all their big players on at the... On a minute, Iwobi in. Iwobi's still on the ball here. Passes it out to Tom Davies. Oh, come on. Yeah, they've got all their big guns on, and I think that in this hot weather, that they're going to have to get a goal or two quickly because these players are going to tire really, really quickly, to be honest with you, and it's going to be really interesting to see how it all affects everything. A question for you, Boona, actually, about last night's game revolving Tottenham. Were you surprised that Mourinho only made 3 substitutions?
Yeah, a little bit.
Does that concern you at all? Like you're kind of wanting. Oh, a minute. Ooh. Kind of wanting to kind of like maybe take players like Kane off, preserve his fitness and everything. Players like Son, just give him a bit of a rest. You'd like two.
In fairness, we don't have a great bench. We don't have the best players on the bench. He brought on the players that could do what he needed to do. But the game wasn't won until right towards the end, so he couldn't really do anything. I'm sure if we went 3-4 up, he would have made some changes, but we weren't really in that position. Jota, you're shit, mate. What is this? He's so gone from my team.
What's happened? Tell us. Why are you
Nothing's happened. He's just losing the ball. He just... Yeah, no. Oh, come on, Jota. Oh, corner. That was off.
You know what?
Corner
that last...
Yes, Tubers?
Oh. No, it's just that they're showing that last incident again where Martial was one-on-one with the goalkeeper and then slipped it to the right for Rashford to come in. To be fair, Martial has absolutely laid that on a plate for Rashford. I don't know how he's missed.
Should he be doing better, basically, is the question.
That chance should at least be on target. That's all I can say, really. Minimum on target.
Rashford looking really good, by the way.
Is he looking on it? Is he?
I knew he would be. Yeah.
Apart from that miss, he's been really good.
If you're a Rashford captain, and like a lot of people, are you going to be confident? I mean, you haven't mentioned Fernandez's name at all. How's he looking? Just his usual self?
He's just his usual self, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Jota's coronavirus haircut is weighing him down, man. He looks a yard off the pace.
Keyboy
He's
saying
definitely been eating a lot more. Sorry.
Keyboy saying that Rashford is looking like a man possessed. Sorry, Paulie. Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire's just took it as though he were limping towards ball at free kick then. But he should be alright.
Ooh, wow, he's a very, very popular pick in this game. And could you imagine if he was taken off?
Easy spot for Wan-Bissaka.
He's just nearly... He's passed ball back to De Gea and it was about 30 yards behind him. It could have gone in net, that. Yeah, so De Gea's just come out to edge at box and Myers passed it back to him, and it's gone like 10 yards behind him. ManU have got a free kick between corner flag and penalty box.
So a free kick. Hopefully it may come to something for obvious reasons.
Yeah, Fernandez has taken it.
Oh, good.
He could whip that straight into the goal from there.
Yeah.
How far out?
It's on the, if you imagine the penalty box.
Hold a minute, sorry, Norwich are
it's like-
through here, and it's... Ooh. I'm sorry, I don't know the player who it is, but he was dribbling through, had an effort, took it to... Oh, it was Hernandez. Oh, they've got the names on the back of the shirt. Hernandez it was. That was dribbling through, took on a couple of...
That's a save.
Fernandez has had a shot and keeper's turned it round post for a corner.
Oh, tell us... Go on, G-Wiz.
It was just outside the left-hand side of the box, midway in between the depth of the box, if you see what I mean.
And how...
So it's gone for a corner after Fernandez's shot. I can't see you just taking it, but it's just been headed out by the United defence.
Corner Wolves. That's not a foul.
Corner to-
Oh no, it's given a free kick. No, he's given a free kick. Don't know what for though. Bullshit. Whatever her name is, Michael Oliver. Get a haircut. Terrible.
Harbour Boys, your game is exciting as my game and Boona's game because it only seems like all the action's coming from Man United at the moment, Old Trafford at the moment.
Newcastle have finally managed to get into Villa's half. Matt Ritchie had a free kick about 30 metres out, which came to nothing. Villa have missed at least two gilt-edged chances. Villa's tactics seem to be to put the long ball into the box and have someone try and get their head on it, but the lack of a proper striker or a consistent striker is costing Villa right now. They're making the chances, but they can't finish them.
Same also was disappointed by Grealish this the last. Now it's like 2 game weeks he's played, and now it's into his third. Are you disappointed by him so far?
Rashford's just
What?
missed it from penalty spot, and that'd been a right goal if that went in.
What's happened here, Paulie?
Fernandez have just been playing like 4-1-2s. Fernandez has done a back heel to Pogba. Pogba's chipped it over defence, and Rashford's run onto it and tried to volley it, but he's rolled down his foot and gone like 2 yards straight into keeper's hands. They've just been passing triangles around defence at the minute.
It sounded to me like if this ends not necessarily 1-0, but if it only ends with Rashford getting an assist, but the amount of it just sounds like a very an off day thing.
If you weren't one of the Man United attackers, you'd be excited about the rest of this game.
Well, I've got Martial and Fernandez. It's a case of like which combinations you have here or there. I've got the treble up with Wan-Bissaka as well, and Martial, of course.
So ManU are just playing ball across Sheff United's box at the minute. There's 8 defenders back behind the ball. Wan-Bissaka's had a cross. It's another corner to ManU.
Yeah, so Harbour Boy, Jack Grealish these last few games. What's your opinion? Disappointed by his returns?
Disappointed by his returns. It's not for lack of effort though. He's pretty busy and is trying to create things. It feels like the game plan that they're running with isn't the one they were running with before. Grealish was getting his returns when he was kind of matching up with Target down the left-hand side and attacking the box, whereas today they're definitely going for the long ball, which isn't really a Grealish.
Oh, no!
What's happened?
Maguire just scored from a corner, but it's been disallowed.
Oh, thank God for that.
Tell us about this. Why was it disallowed?
Fernandez took the corner and he's pushed Jagielka over and he's headed ball into the corner.
Why was it disallowed?
You know, like when you make a ladder for someone, basically he's done that, but just ended up pushing him over.
10 years ago, Jagielka wouldn't have gone down then.
People are saying
Ever since the 5 minutes where Sheffield United just had control of this match. It's just been all Man United.
Oh, Rashford working.
Now we've got Sheffield United coming or trying to break forward now, but it's cut out easily and Man United retained possession.
I'm assuming it went to VAR then.
No.
Oh, the referee was on top of it, and it was a correct decision. Full stop. All right. Okay. So let's we're at the like the 22nd minute mark at the moment. I'll just give a quick update on what's going on at Norwich Everton at the moment. Essentially nothing. Norwich, I don't know. It's been 50-50 at the moment. To be honest with you, Norwich have had probably the better of the attacks. Hernandez with an effort tipped onto the post just by Pickford, but barring that, Everton have done nothing.
Drinks break at Molineux.
I was going to say, what's happening at Molineux, Boona?
Absolutely nothing is happening at Molineux, mate.
Has there been any attempts?
Wolves haven't had an attempt. I think Bournemouth might have had one. No one looks interested. They all look like they've just come off off the lash, like they've just been on like a proper piss up or something. They all look so unfit.
Have we misjudged this pandemic, this Premier League return? I mean, I was saying like I was going to be goals galore, and it's been the complete opposite. People like Shomi the Marnie were saying let's go big at the back with 5 defenders. Do you think we've misjudged this whole thing, and actually maybe people like that? Oh right, maybe just go with defenders rather than attackers, and maybe just the key attackers.
Yeah, possibly. I've seen a few people saying that, to be fair. There's been a fair few clean sheets as well. So, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's going to be a goal here.
Obviously for Man United, you would think.
Yeah, they're just playing little triangles on the edge of the D of the penalty box, trying to get that final ball into the penalty spot, which they managed to do, but crowded out, and referee gives a free kick to Sheffield United. But it's just all, now we're having a drinks break, but it's just all Man United.
I can't remember seeing Sheff United dominated like this at all this year.
No.
They just don't seem at it, do they? I just think like...
Well, remembering they're without Egan and Henderson there. That is a big, is McConnell back?
Yeah.
No, he's
O'Connell,
out.
sorry.
He's out.
Not. Oh yeah, no, because it's Jack. Yeah, so they've got Jack. So they've got 3 of the 4. Like, so you've got O'Connell, Egan, and Henderson all out. It's going to make a difference, isn't it? Just think about it.
Mm.
Restarted here at Molineux.
Yeah, same here. I think the drink must come in the...
It's not just dominating at the back, though. It's centre midfield and everywhere against the usual players. Like Lundstrom's getting run around, Norwood is, Fleck is. Just getting triangles played around them all over the pitch.
I predicted 3... Well, I said 2-0, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was 3 or 4 to Man United. Calvert-Lewin with an effort, but it was collected easily by Krul there.
It could easily be 3-0 now.
Yeah. Why isn't it? But, okay. You say it should be 3-0 now. Why isn't it then?
Well, Rashford missed that sitter, that open net. He had that one that rolled down his shin. I think any other day to put them 2 in. The goal disallowed, which were rightly disallowed. It's just being attack against defence. The restarting now after drinks break.
But this is going to sound really weird what I'm about to say, but do Man United have the quality like City to really penetrate Sheffield United? Because we all know what City can do against these teams. They can find that killer pass, and they'll get something from someone. Whereas do Man United have that quality to be able to find that pass and get it through to Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, for example?
They've been in behind a couple of times. There were 2 of them that were just the ball was a bit too heavy and the keeper came out for it. And the other time was the one where Martial squared it to Rashford and he missed. So they have been in behind. It's just a fun.
I'll tell you one player I've seen nothing of today, Steve. That's Doherty. He just touched the ball. I forgot he was playing.
Well, one of the kind of kind of something that I look at a lot is players that get double-digit returns and stuff. Well, he got his double-digit return against whoever it was the other day, and I just foreseen it as he won't be getting it this game. And people like Block FPL.
Oh, bore off. Sai's yellow card.
Oh, Boona, what's the yellow card for?
I think it was his second foul, and he's gone into the back of Wilson. You muppet.
Paulie, Mr. Danderson's saying Rashford's so disappointing. I mean, yeah, obviously from a point of view that he's missed a couple of chances, or what do you think about that comment?
I think he's being best player. I think, apart from them two, he's running at the defence. He's getting in behind. He's doing some good passes. I'd still be excited if I was a Rashford owner for this game.
If you're a captainer though, like Jason, would you be confident that he could get you something more?
Yeah, I think he will.
Hakon Skarjum saying I captain Doherty. James is saying Phil Jagielka looks like he's running in slow-mo.
Yeah, so Greenwood and Rashford are playing more forward and wide, which forcing Sheff United to play with 5 at the back instead of the 2 wing backs that they usually do. Sorry,
Paulie. Hernandez on the ball again here. Puts out to I don't know who. This is what you come to see, isn't it? Players I don't have a clue, and it's just been blocked off and it's been cleared away. Norwich trying that on the attack again, which they are. I think that's Aaron's. Yes, it is. Aaron's is going to try and find a cross here. Oh, come on.
No.
That's me put over a throw-in. Pathetic. Holgate clearing that.
I would love Bournemouth to score here, because there's a few teams, including a famous, infamous Davy P, with double Wolves defence, and yourself, Stevo. So I'd absolutely love that.
You've got Saints. Why do you want?
Yeah, I've got one. I've got one player. A lot of people have got 2, including Davy P.
But
wouldn't mind it.
Would Bournemouth look like they're scoring though?
They do. They do. They look more threatening than Wolves.
Oh, I don't want to hear. It. It's going to be clean.
What a joke! What an absolute joke!
What's happened here?
What happened?
What's happened, Paul?
No, I'm just saying this football just is it's funny because you'd expect Wolves to be dominating Bournemouth, especially after the way we've seen both teams play in their first games after the restart, and yet football just being football is Bournemouth are tearing them a new one.
Echo.
I knew it was going to be close though.
Echo, who did you captain, Steve? Well, I'm going to ask the same question to Boona because it's the same answer. Boona, who did you captain?
Some Egyptian player plays for some scout team.
Are you? I don't really want to be focusing on that match too much because Jason will be covering that game.
I've got differential, that's most captain this game. Yeah.
Say that again.
I said I've gone differential with the player that's the most captain this game week, Steve.
Yeah, but to be fair, let's be honest here. In the mini league, this is what people confuse me with. When I say differential, I never talk about anything other than the mini league.
I know, mate.
And I know you know that, but I just think that I just cannot believe that when you kind of come up with an idea that you think, you know what, actually, I said this. Let's just get on with it. And then you see people like yourself, BNMC. I know G-Wiz having in the team where you're just like.
It was so funny. It was so funny when you started saying about, oh yeah, I'm going to go differential salad in the league and all that. And I'm thinking, he hasn't seen my team. He hasn't seen my team. He doesn't know that I'm a seller from before lockdown. And I had him last week. And I have him this week. Oh my god! So yeah, when I saw that tweet, I did giggle. Yeah, that was funny.
Well, Norwich have got a free kick right on the edge of the box here. To be honest, I don't know who's taken it. He's taken it now, and he's just power blasted it into the wall. And
corner to Wolves here.
Oh, who's taking the corners, Boona? Do you know?
It's usually Neves or Moutinho. I'll let you know in a second. Whilst we're waiting, Harbour Boy, anything to report?
Yeah, I was going to say
yeah.
It's still all Villa. They've stats over 7 shots to Newcastle's none. They've had a corner. They've had 2 free kicks outside the box. If they carry on like this, they've got to get their head on one of them. 7 shots, but only 1 on target.
we're hearing from Paulie, GW that Man United, they should be 2 or 3-0 up. They're cutting a frustrated figure here in the sense of like, come on, let's just really go for it here, but they haven't scored the goals. You as an Aston Villa fan, do you feel the same? Like, come on, we've had all these opportunities here, but we haven't scored yet, and we're in a relegation fight.
Absolutely. They're playing the way you'd want them to. They're solid at the back. They seem to be controlling the midfield. It's been an issue all season that they don't have a striker, as evidenced by the fact that Grealish has got most of the goals, and that's not his job. So if they had a proper target man, they'd be 4-0 up.
Question for you, GW. How is Pogba looking?
I don't want people to be put off, but he is.
Yeah. What about you, Paulie? How are you thinking Pogba's looking at the moment? Is he looking like an FPL option, or is he just like a void like the plague?
All the through balls attempts are mainly coming from Pogba. Actually, he's the one where the strikers are getting it further forward and then they're laying it back to Pogba. So
Sounds to me like he's assisting the assister.
I think he is a decent option, especially with all the passing and movement that ManU have had at the minute.
Would you triple up in the Man United attack with Pogba, Martial, and Fernandes?
Sheff United are on the attack.
It's all in the Man United penalty area at the moment, being fired across and put out for a corner.
Well, yeah. They're not going to be conceded. Well, I don't want to touch wood. They can't be conceded to this team. They can't be.
It's a set piece. Anything can happen from a set piece, Steve.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true indeed. How's Wan-Bissaka looked?
Oh my days, Adama Traore, come on, looking good. He's just beating like 7 men. Oh, that is a yellow card to David Brooks. About 30 yards out, centre to the goal. Centre to the goal.
What happened there? What happened there, Boone?
Well, Adama Traore was he was pegged in his own box, and he's beaten about 7 players. I don't know how they didn't get the ball off him. He's got about 25, 30 yards away from the Bournemouth goal, and he was cynically fouled by David Brooks. Yellow card, David Brooks. That's my FPL season over.
Is it one of those where the foul is, listen, mate, that's enough showboating, you're stopping right now kind of thing?
Yeah, no, they were like, we are not letting you get any closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in regards to Wan-Bissaka, he's getting forward. Every time he's got the ball, it's a pass going back in field to midfield. He's not getting the crosses into the box or anything.
I've got a question for Harbour Boy, actually. Harbour Boy, St. Maximin.
Oh,
everybody banging on about him.
Neves.
Oh, go for it, Boone. Before you say anything, Harbour Boy, Boone, go on. What's Neves done?
Well, Neves has done a Bobby Zamora right into Rose Ed.
So yeah, Harbour Boy, St. Maximin. How's he looking for the new owners?
He's the only person doing anything for Newcastle. Every time he gets the ball, it's a lot like watching Adama Traore. He's dancing around. He's sprinting. He looks exciting. But other than St. Maximin, it's still all Villa.
Did you bring him in your free hit team, Julius?
Can I just butt in, Steve?
Yeah, carry on.
That is disgusting. That has to be a yellow card.
Bruno Fernandes has just took himself off at pitch to sit down with physio.
Oh, that is hilarious. Why? What's happened? What? Go on, tell us. What's going on?
It's back on now, though. I don't know where it were, but he literally started walking down towards where subs are sat, and he sat down and physio were checking him. But he's back on now and he's running about.
We've just had a horrific foul committed here by Steve Cook. Just outside the 18-yard box, but to the left-hand side on Jota. Jota was clean through. He's taken down. It must have been a yellow card. I didn't see it. Neves is over the free kick. I don't know if he's going to shoot or if he's going to cross it. No, it's Moutinho. Moutinho over the ball. What's he going to do? Oh, he crossed it. And I think it's gone for a Wolves. No, goal kick. As you were, 0-0.
Well, Norwich were on the attack just then. Everything seems to be going... Well, there's no seems about it. Everything's going through Hernandez. He cuts in onto the right and he tries an effort and just nothing comes about it. Everton just putting in the standard blocks as you'd expect. To be honest with you, this is the Elite FPL cursed game. This is terrible, and I really can see this being 0-0. I have not seen Richarlison in this game. I've barely seen Calvert-Lewin in this game. If anything, Iwobi is the most active player for Everton at the moment, but from a Norwich perspective, they're doomed. They need to be... Everton don't look like they've turned up at all. They don't look like they can be bothered, to be honest with you. Norwich are trying everything.
From DCL?
Say that again, G.
Anything from DCL?
He had a tame header. That's about all I can report on. He had a tame header. It was comfortably picked out by... Oh, hold on a minute. Talking of DCL, it's sort of being put through there. A long ball punting up. DCL was trying to latch onto it, but it's been cleared away by Tim Krul. And now Hernandez on the ball again. Is he going to put in a cross? He's going to try to. No, and it's gone out. No, it's not Hernandez. That was somebody else. But it's been put out, and Michael Keane blocked it, and the player in question hit him, and it's gone out for a goal kick to Everton.
Sheff United are coming into the game a bit more. They've had 2 corners in the last 5 minutes, but Norwood's overhit them both, and they've all gone straight out for another goal kick at the other side of the pitch.
I've been celebrating those, Paulie. I've got to be honest.
And Moset's gone down on his own. He's holding his foot.
With no one near him in the centre circle, shaking his head and undoing his football boots.
Me personally, as a viewer watching this Norwich versus Newcastle game, and you hear prior to the games and everything, when the FPL game updates, that you hear people captaining Richarlison, some even went Calvert-Lewin. You hear Fernandez is a really popular captain pick within the FPL community, and I just watch and I'm just like thinking, why did you even bother?
This could be a Callum Wilson yellow card. Yeah, Callum Wilson yellow card. He's gone in on Patricio unnecessarily.
McBurn is going to be coming on.
A lot of cards in this game.
Sorry, McBurney's coming on for who?
Musa or Musa, it's called.
Oh, so Musa's taken a... Do you reckon it's precaution?
No. He down injured, didn't he, a few minutes? And he's just gone down again on his own.
Oh, an injury then?
Yeah. McBurn is all getting ready to come on.
Once again, for anybody watching us right now, right this second, as you can see up on screen now, I am putting up pictures of the in-game action. These pictures are taken from the official Twitter accounts of each team. If anybody would like to do the same and just help me out, I'll be more than happy to bring these clips up. Please do not put anything from the actual TV screenshots, but anything from the official Twitter accounts. I would be grateful, because it just saves me time. You'll get a name check as well, obviously, but... oh, for crying out loud, that was one of the worst free kicks. I mean, I don't even know who this player was. They had a free kick. All they needed to do was float in the box, and they've gone and hit it, and it's just gone more towards the corner flag, if anything. That was absolutely awful, and you wonder why Norwich are going to be relegated. Pathetic. That's awful. I know what he was doing. He was trying to find a particular individual, but... I think it was close that he was trying to find, but that was awful. Oh, hold a minute.
Burnley were ready to come on, and the Sheff United who got injured has gone off the pitch and he's ran straight back onto the pitch. So I don't know where. Well, Fernandez is in.
Kind of
now, yeah.
We've had 5 yellow cards there at Molyneux already.
5 yellow.
Tackle by.
Oh, wasn't it handball?
Foul by Pogba. Yeah, so McBurney were ready to come on, and the United players said that he's not going off. So other players ran back onto the pitch. I don't know what McBurney's doing now.
How strange. How strange.
This, do you know what I've got to say? You know what I've got to say, Steve? I don't know about the other games, but in these games that I'm watching, these players look so tired, and I can just see rotation coming. There's going to be a lot of rotation, I imagine, following game week.
Ball floated in from a free kick for Norwich there. It was trying to find an individual, but Pickford just came out and collected it. Well, in answer to your point, Boona, I'm looking at this game and it's just, I'm just stating the obvious. It's like the Everton match versus Liverpool. It's like a training match. It's just pass, pass, pass. If you get an opportunity,
Do you know what I'm looking forward to right now? I'm looking forward to my halftime dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, what you got, Boona?
I got a bit of tandoori chicken, rice, and salad and yogurt. We don't do
Oh, you know what? You know what I'm having, right? I've decided I'm having a bacon, lettuce, vine tomato sandwich. I can't wait.
Oh.
I'm gonna clip this, so I'm just gonna.
Handball!
Go on, Boona, tell us
There's that
about
red
it.
card. That's got to be a yellow card. He's got to be off.
Who's that?
How is that not a second yellow card for Steve Cook? It's deliberate handball.
Only with trading 212.
Brilliant.
Ooh.
Well, Iwobi's just sending across. Richarlison went for a fly kick, and he didn't connect with it, and it's just been.
I did say
by
this
Connor.
Norwich-Everton game would be closer than people were like saying, and the same with the Wolves game.
Well, yeah, people were thinking it was going to be an absolute tanking, didn't they? They were expecting
No.
4 or 5 for Everton.
Bruno,
Oh.
did someone shoot?
So for
They're playing like Arsenal at the moment.
Goal, Martial.
No. What the hell?
1 second.
yeah!
Stevo, that is dreamland for you, mate.
Get in! Good lad!
Stevo, can you hear this?
Hey!
That is for you, mate.
Oh, thank you, Boona. Hey!
And guess what? I've bloody got Martial. Davy P, where you at?
Tell us about it, Paulie. I'm going to go off mute for a second, record that. Tell us about it. Tell us about it, Paulie.
Goal, Martial. 1
Stevo, that is dreamland for you.
I did.
Blimey, so it's 2.
Oh, come on, Jota. Good idiot.
Tell us about it, Boona. What's going on?
He was put through by, I think, Jimenez. It was 1v1, but he's shit, basically.
Hey, Boona, mate, the way you're going, you're owning us about £6.
Mate, don't worry, I'll transfer the money. I don't give a shit, honestly. You can have the money. I need to express my emotions when I'm watching football.
Someone just told me they had Martial for the last 5 game weeks. Unfortunately, they didn't make it 6.
Why?
Oh, what?
Why? What? Why on earth would...
That's all the information I've got, Steve-O, mate. I'll let you know.
Martial, what a player. What a player.
Well, I mean, they were saying about, he turns up when he wants, and when he's on ball, when he's on form, it's just get on him. And at the moment, he didn't seem that bad against Tottenham, but it's against Tottenham. This is Sheffield United. Totally different ball game.
Anything going on at Newcastle, Harbour Boy?
Yeah, Harbour Boy, what's going on here?
My Sky Bet's just saying suspended, so I don't know if something's happened. No, it's the yellow card to Villa.
Yeah, there's a free kick, but there's a lot of argy-bargy in the wall, and now they're arguing over who pokes who in the eye. There's a bunch of people clutching their faces at who's poking people. But Douglas Luiz has been jostling, and now looks like I must be a bit behind. So yeah, yellow card for Douglas Luiz for I think, but Newcastle were eyeing for a penalty because the wall is in the box. No, they're still at it. It's like handbags. Free kick goes in. and it's over.
I'm assuming you've all got 2 minutes worth of stoppage time, like here.
4 here.
4?
Yeah, we've got 4 here. We're 1.5 minutes through it. 2.5 minutes to go. I'm waiting for my dinner. Can you hurry up and finish?
Yeah. Oh, a minute. Hernandez on the ball here. But he's dribbling it past everybody. He's got enough. And Hernandez. Oh, it's been blocked again. About 6 men, well, 3 men behind the ball there for Everton, and they've cleared it. And I think that'll be the end of it.
Fernandez is in.
Oh.
His dilly-dally on ball.
If you're a... Well, we'll talk about it in a minute, actually, at half-time. Because if you're a Fernandez owner, 3 goals and nothing. 2 goals, sorry.
In Greenwood. Yeah, Greenwood's shot with like 2 mile an hour along floor. Keep saved it.
MSK117 saying, I thought my game was over when I saw Bruno holding his knee. Well, I'm sorry, MSK, but there's a chance that he could be taken off at half-time. What do you think about that, actually? Maybe there's a possibility that Fernandez could be taken off. They don't want to risk him.
It depends. How's he looking right now?
It looks fine.
Are you saying that as a United fan and a Fernandez owner, or?
I don't own Fernandez.
Oh,
But
okay.
he's looking fine, yeah.
Well, it's half-time here, Norwich versus Everton, and it's been a pretty poor game. Norwich have had the better of the attacks. Hernandez especially seems to be the key man, everything going through him, but really there's been nothing at all from Norwich or Everton to suggest that anybody's going to score here. Boona, we'll let you go first because I know you want to eat your tea. Wolves versus Bournemouth. Just a quick one. Pale Blue Dot saying Wolves have had 0 shots on target. Anyone know what's up? Boona, you're that man.
1 second. Oh! Jota's just laid it off to Adama and he's inches over the crossbar. It's been a bit of a rubbish. Sorry, I'm trying to think about how much money I'm going to lose. A bit of a rubbish first half. No one's really taken the lead, and yeah, I'm looking forward to my dinner.
Yeah.
20 seconds left here off stoppage time.
Harbour Boys, half time at your place.
Yeah, it is half time, and it's been a half of 2 quarters. The first quarter before the drinks break was all Villa, 7 shots to 0. But in the second quarter, it's been all Newcastle. They've had 6 shots to 0. So it's been action packed, even though it's 0.
Can
Right,
you see?
half time here. I've got to run off. I'll be back in.
Yeah,
15
you go for it, mate. Can you see any goals in the second half coming? Harbour Boy.
Yeah, absolutely. If it carries on like this, both teams have been pretty attacking, so anything could happen.
Excellent. G-Wiz and Paulie, do you want to tell us about the United first half?
Yeah, I will. If G-Wiz don't want to.
No, all yours, Paulie. Off you go, mate.
It's more or less, Man United attack against defence. Martial scored 2. Wan-Bissaka and Rashford, they've got the assists. Sheff United have had a couple of corners, but they've been overhit and they've gone straight out for a goal kick. David De Gea has not been tested yet. Lundstrom's had a shot that's probably just flew over top of Etihad. All the Man United attackers, they're looking really good, so I'd still be excited with 45 minutes left to possible return for either one of them.
Just one quick question. Do you think that there's a chance, a possibility, even if it's 0.1% chance that Fernandez could potentially be taken off?
I think, well, there's a chance for everyone. If it's 2-0 up, they've got 5 substitutions. I don't think Pogba will last the full 90. I think they'll start, like McTominay may come on or Fred come on for Pogba. Igalo might come on, which means Martial will be the one to go off, the one playing further forward. And then you've got Matty, you've got Daniel James for any of the Fernandez, Rashford, Greenwood. So,
Brilliant.
I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes.
Brilliant. Okay, everybody, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break or so. Go for a coffee, a cup of tea, a bottle of beer, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go on for a break at the moment. While we're on a break, if you want to hit that like button quickly, let's try and get this video to 100 likes, shall we? But no, in all seriousness, if you are brand new around here though, and you are not subscribed, just simply hit the subscribe button. Other than that, we're going to go for a quick break and we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes or so to cover the second half of tonight's game. So see you in a sec, guys. Right.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use.
Hello everybody, we are back. Myself, GWiz, Paulie, FPL Boone and Harbour Boy bringing you all the action from tonight's Premier League games, where we are covering Norwich Everton, Man United Sheffield United, Aston Villa, Newcastle Aston Villa and Wolves versus Bournemouth. As you can see up on screen at the moment, Man United are the only team with goals at the moment. 2 goals coming from Martial, assisted by Rashford and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We then have Newcastle 0, Aston Villa 0, Wolves 0, Bournemouth 0, and finally, you guessed it, Norwich 0, Everton 0. It's been pretty poor. Boona, what are you expecting from the second half of Wolves versus Bournemouth? Is he there? Nope, he's not there. GWiz, tell us what you're expecting from Man United versus Sheffield United in the second half.
Well, I can easily see Man United getting one. Sheffield United, they look organised going forward, but hopefully they don't fluke a goal or something.
Yeah, well,
I don't think they don't deserve one at the moment anyway.
From my perspective, I'm kind of hoping they do. Kind of. Because I've got that assist now from Wan-Bissaka. So it's kind of like, from a selfish point of view, all those people with Maguire, maybe De Gea, clean sheet wipeout. But who knows? Paulie, what do you think?
I think ManU will score again. I'm a Man United fan. I'm hoping Sheffield United score as well. They really look dangerous from the couple of corners, really. Other than that, they've not really had a sniff.
Harbour Boy, what are your expectations from the Newcastle Aston Villa game in the second half? More of the same, or are you expecting Newcastle maybe to up their tempo, considering the strong end to the first half?
I'm getting nervous because Aston Villa have a horrific history this season of losing games in the last 10 minutes. There's some stat that if every game finished 10 minutes early, Villa would be in the Europe spots at the top. So if the games get close, history says we'll bottle it in the last 10. So Villa need to be ahead going into the last 10, or we're in trouble.
There's been an early substitution for Everton. Bernard, this isn't really affecting fantasy football, but Bernard coming off for Sigurdsson, so maybe some creativity coming on. And already Everton were on the attack there. Richarlison put through, went to put the ball in, but it was blocked by a Norwich defender. We've now got a corner being put in. Effort there by somebody from outside the box, being blocked away, and now Norwich can take it away, but now Everton have got the ball back. I think it's Coleman. Coleman's going to try and put it in. I think he still kept it in play. Oh, it's gone out for a goal kick. No, that was Digne, sorry. Not Coleman. I don't watch football anymore, everybody. And there's also been it was Davies coming off and Sigurdsson's coming on. So I don't know if the TV have got that wrong, but it's saying now that Davies came off for Sigurdsson. Okay, interestingly. But Paulie, how's the opening couple of minutes or so started for your game, Man United versus Sheffield United?
I've not kicked off yet.
Well, apparently, according to Killian, Lundstrom's gone off. There's been a substitution.
They've made a double substitution, but I've just seen Lundstrom on the pitch, so I don't think he's gone off. McBurney and Sander Berge are the two coming on. So I'm guessing Mousset's the one going off, and I don't know who else has gone off. Norwood and Mousset's gone off. McBurney and Sander Berge has come on.
So Lundstrom's still on then, okay. Fernandez, he's still on then, obviously. Joe Page making the point there that Fernandez is still on. So, I mean, I'm hoping Fernandez gets something, but then again, I'm in that kind of where it's like, well, I'm not, because quite a few people have captained him. It's going to be a very, very interesting next 2 minutes, and I think close, just here, Norwich is close. Looks like he's potentially could be coming off. He's all right. He's limping, but then again, I think with a lot of these players that are limping, and do you think that their managers don't want to take any? They'd rather take the precautions and take these players off, or do you think that, well, because of this tactical substitution, so to speak, they can make 5 subs, but only 3 times? Do you think actually that these players may try and continue to try and allow their managers to tactically play with these substitutions? What do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, so I think, because if you remember, McBurney were going to come on after like 40 minutes, weren't they?
Mm.
And Set then were going to go off, but then he came back on, and now they've made the substitution at half time when it doesn't after the stoppage.
Mm.
So I think that's just to give them. So they can make now 3 subs over 3 stoppages now in the second half, Sheffield United.
Has there been any substitutions your end, Harbour Boy?
No substitutions, but an interesting point for you is that Newcastle have had 2 shots on target, and they've been both from Matt Ritchie.
Oh, that would be dreadful.
So he is actually a real threat, and worth maybe having to think about.
That's a question for you then. Do you think that actually Matt Ritchie is somebody that we should be seriously considering he's out of position, plays for a Newcastle team that, let's be honest here, like to keep clean sheets? There's a very, very high chance it could end up 0-0 here.
So he's good for clean sheets. St James's Park has the least number of goals this season, I think, along with Selhurst Park. Matt Ritchie clearly likes a long range shot, and he's on set pieces.
Yes, he's got penalties as well, hasn't he?
Look. Yeah. So 5.3 million. Worth a look.
Yeah, absolutely. I think certainly that extra 1 million more over Lascelles, if you can afford it, in my opinion, an absolute must personally. What do you think?
Yes, it's whether you can fit it in. Newcastle don't score very often. Joe Linton just got taken down in the box, but no penalty given.
Could it go to VAR?
Doesn't look like. Joe Linton doesn't look too annoyed, so there's probably nothing in it.
They're going to be okay there, so Is Boona back with us? Is Boona back there? No.
Just finishing off eating, mate. Sorry, no subs at half time though.
No subs. It's all okay there at the moment.
Yeah. We've got a free kick for Wolves on the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. Martinez standing over it. Johnny was fouled. I don't think it'll be direct. I'll let you know how it goes.
Well, I've got to say here, the opening 5 minutes at Carrow Road has been more exciting than the 45 minutes total first half.
Straight at the goalkeeper.
Well, I asked the question to the other 3 guys. What are you expecting from the second half, Boona, from Wolves?
For them to turn up.
Do you reckon?
They really didn't in the first half, but I think they'll up it. I really need Jota to do something early doors because we know his substitution record. He'll be off by 61 minutes.
But who's going to come on for him? Neto?
If he goes off, it's usually Neto. But then Adama's playing on the right, so I wonder if they might take Adama off. I don't know.
Yeah. When Jota came off last time? Paulie?
Last time
Sheffield United have just had a crossing and McBurney.
Hold on a minute, Everton are through here. Go on. Bernard, they're trying to squeeze it through. Sorry, Paulie. Go for it, mate. Sheffield United are in the box.
Yeah, Sheffield United had a crush. I think it was Basham, and McBurney's had a free header and has completely missed the ball, and it hit Wan-Bissaka on head and gone out for a corner. So John Fleck's taking the corner.
So we've got a corner. We'll stay with you for a minute, Paulie, if you want to take us through the action.
Yeah, it's cross. It didn't get past front post and Rashford scored it. Fernandez headed clear. Pity's sake. Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
Boona, I was gonna, yeah, I was saying. So when Wolves scored the other day, was Jota taken off after they scored, or did they score after he went off?
I don't remember, mate. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not too sure. But we just had a substitution. Billings gone off for Dan Gosling.
Oh, so Bournemouth have made an early substitution as well. So Dan
Call it to Bournemouth.
Oh, we'll stay with the action with Boona then.
Cleared away. Jota's cleared it. Yeah, that's all he done this game. Cleared balls.
Chance of all these ending 0-0. I mean, I'm trying to think. Everton defenders I haven't got. I've got Wolves, Man United, and that's it tonight. Brilliant. And yeah, I've got Newcastle on the bench. I've got Everton on the bench. Calvert-Lewin in. He's going to take on his... Oh, come on. Oh, hold on a minute. Iwobi's taking the ball off him. Can Iwobi getting a decent cross? Richarlison at the back post. On to Bernard. And will anything come about this? Oh, it's been cleared by Norwich. That is awful.
There's just been a mix-up in Sheff United defence, and it's ended up with a ManU corner.
Oh.
Sanders has taken it.
Can maybe Maguire get
No,
something?
It just pinged it all the way out of area, and it's back at halfway line now. It was like just imagine Beckham to Scholes. I tried that, and I think he overhit it by about 40 yards.
They tried to do the Paul Scholes corner routine, but when he pinged it across to the geezer who's supposed to hit it on the volley, he was too scared, so he just passed it to the right of him to someone else.
It will Luke Shaw though.
No, like I said, the geezer. I didn't want to mention no names.
Bottled it.
Yeah, he did. But like he says, it was Luke Shaw.
Interesting fact. It's probably going to come back and haunt me, but Saiz, even with a yellow card, is on higher BPS than Doherty. Ha.
Well, oh, we've got a goal! We have a goal! And it's Michael Keane. Digne assist, Michael Keane goal. Everton have scored.
Bruce's going to be loving life.
Don't quote me on the assist, but I'm pretty sure Digne took the corner.
Please don't be Digne.
Michael Keane got the goal. I'm telling you that. That information is fact. Michael Keane goal. I'm almost 99% certain Digne with the assist, and the answer is, let's just find out now. Yes, it is. It's a Digne assist.
Bugger. Brew will be going ballistic in jubilation.
Yeah, there we have it, everybody. Corner to Everton. Digne swung it in.
At least we could all be getting some money in. I've got a tenner on a 4-1 Liverpool Man United Everton win.
Oh, nice. Nice. B&MC's happy there. Bilal, well done to Digne owners. Bilal, congratulations on your Martial captaincy. Well done. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. So there we have it. Digne assist, King goal. And to be honest with you, it really wouldn't surprise me now if... Well, it's the usual story. Will Everton now go for it? Will Norwich's heads drop? Will Everton...
Wolves are going for it a bit more this second half so far.
How did Bournemouth look compared to against Crystal Palace, where they looked toothless and absolutely...
They look more in control this game. But they had to. I mean, it couldn't get any worse, could it?
No. Echo, any Michael Keane owners? Let's be honest.
Every time you say Echo, I think who?
Yeah. Bilal asking is, how is Doherty looking? I know you kind of answered it in the first half, but yeah, tell us how Doherty's looking, Boona.
Doherty?
Yeah.
Is he playing, Jeff? Is he on the pitch?
Oh, here we go. Water break. Thank the hell, man.
Water break?
I think so.
Minutes, in we?
Oh, no,
10
wait
minutes?
A minute. Oh, I don't know what's going on. What's going on? I don't actually know what's going on. I think another ball came into play, and the other ball was in, so it's just nothing. Don't worry about it. No water break.
Let's ban that Steve.
Yeah,
giving
ban
out
him.
fake
news.
fake news. Can't be having that.
Hey, Mr. Blue Nathan, I know you want. On a minute. Iwobi's put through Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin, nice bit of skill there. Can he find Richarlison? No, he can't. He's gone for a shot and he's gone well over the crossbar there. He should have. He had time to find Richarlison then.
Close.
I've got to say though that if you're a Richarlison owner or captain, I don't think you're going to be getting anything out of this game. He has not had anything in this particular fixture.
Really?
Mason Greenwood just had a shot blocked that went just wide, and the Liverpool starting 11 is as you'd expect. Gomez is back in. Minamino's on the bench.
Oh my god, these lineups are okay. Where's this subscribe FPL with his bullshit? Who's gonna back him now?
Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Mane, Salah, Firmino.
Right,
Go
sorry.
on, Salah.
Stop. Sorry, I completely forgot there was a game on tonight. So I'll bring it up in a second. So if you want to just read that team news out again, Paulie, please.
It's Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk, and Robertson. Fabinho, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Mane, Salah, and Firmino.
Full strength. Full strength. That is a team which now should. I think they've got to go for this. And remember, everybody, Jason is covering the Liverpool.
Come
versus...
on, Wolves on the break. Wolves on the break. Jota can't even run. That's a penalty red. Oh, please, VAR, look at this. Jota's been fouled in the penalty box.
What's going on, Boona?
Jota's just been fouled in the penalty box. He's gone over. I don't know if it was a deliberate foul or not. Referee's just waved it away.
Hold a minute, Richarlison, go on. Oh.
Are they going to have a look at it? No. Oh, bloody hell, Jota's receiving attention. What on earth?
That's him off.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm thinking that there's a chance that...
Oh, please can they fix his leg for 3 more minutes at least so he can get to 60?
So there's the...
never going to be a penalty.
Oh! Oh. Nearly. Corner swung in for Everton. Calvert-Lewin heads it down.
Oh.
So that is the Liverpool team news up on screen at the moment, as Paulie mentioned, and the Crystal Palace team news is as follows. It is exactly as you'd expect, to be honest with you. There's no shocks in there whatsoever. We've got Hennessy. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. Hennessy's in goal. Hennessy.
No Guaita.
No Guaita.
Hasn't Jason got him? No.
No, I don't think so. No, he hasn't got Guaita. That was virtual FPL.
Oh bugger! I think Jota's going to be coming off here before 60 minutes.
Oh really? Ooh. So there's no Milivojevic either. So Crystal Palace, Hennessy, Ward, Saka, Sacco, Cahill, Van Aanholt, Kouyaté, McCarthy, MacArthur, Townsend, Zaha, and Ayew. No Guaita.
Jota's back on the pitch. He's back on the pitch. Please be fine, Jota.
Pull him off.
What do you think with no Guaita then, guys?
I'm
He's not even on the bench.
Really.
He's not even on the subs bench.
He's got to be injured. He's not on bench, is he?
He must be injured, surely. They don't just drop him like that.
Any Guaita owners in chat? Let us know. JC saying, "Oh my God, Saka could be goals galore." I don't know who that is. You may want to turn your TV down. There's a lot of I think it may be.
My bad. Yeah, it was me. Sorry.
Sorry. Harbour Boy, what's happening in the Newcastle versus Aston Villa game? Are there any hope of your team Aston Villa getting anything from this game?
Well, the best hope is free kicks from Grealish getting fouled. Grealish is on a free kick now, just outside the box. But other than that, it's the Alan St. Maximum show. I think as the defence sort of opens up in the second half, that's just tailor-made for St. Maximum. He's just running all over the place. He had a great chance a few seconds ago, but it's John McGinn over the ball now.
Oh, Jimenez goal! Jimenez goal! Yeah! Traore assist.
Get him!
Traore assist. Oh,
What a cross! This was a carbon copied goal off that goal against West Ham.
Beautiful, beautiful. I've got Traore.
oh, Traore, eh?
Oh my days! I can't believe that. That is absolute heaven.
Oh, what a header! What a header!
I'm telling you, Boona, Jimenez is quality.
Well, he's
and
quality.
got a
He's always going to get you an average of a goal or an assist every game. Essentially, attacking
my
returns
days.
every game.
Oh my days! I can't. Let me have a look at my team. It is just ridiculous. Oh, that's beautiful.
It's just Mr. Reliable.
Beautiful.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's just like in virtual FPL. He's just reliable. He's always going to get you something. But the problem is captain him. You don't know when he's going to get that double-digit haul, whereas there are other players.
In Martial or tackle?
Oh, do you reckon Martial's going to stay on to try and get his hat-trick?
Yeah.
Paulie, all yours, bruv. Take that away.
Pogba's just done about he's rolled ball about 4 times with studs. He's done about 4 Cruyff turns. He's took on about 5 players, and Martial's took it off him and put it over the bar.
and this was all on
He
the.
rolled it.
This was, they're showing it again. Oh Jesus!
It all happened in the D as well, outside at box. He did about 5 players, about 2 nutmegs.
Yeah.
Oh, piss off, Jota. He's gone off. I've just gone to get an Amazon delivery from the front to come back, and I see Jota going off on my screen. Do one. You're out my team, you mug.
And can I just inform all Lascelles owners that he's.
From the front to come back, and I see Jota going off on my screen. Do one. You're out my team, you mug.
Like a bit of fortune involved, but the quality shone through there for me.
Long range effort. Took it from a Norwich player. Oh, hold on a minute. And it took a deflection, went wide. I've got some bad news. Digne has gone down. He doesn't look good.
That's not bad news, because 60 minutes is up and he's got a clean sheet and assist.
Yeah.
That's good news. I mean, bad news for us that don't own him.
It was Tetty with an effort, blocked by Sigurdsson. It could have gone anywhere, but Digne has gone down. Digne had unfortunately gone down, I'm afraid. Oh, he's got back to his feet. It's the classic thing of. Looks like
Maguire just put a header just over the bar. A little short cross.
A legal one this time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a VAR decision coming in. I don't.
Now, just looking at possession, Steve, it's 85% to ManU.
Hold on a minute, Paulie. We've got a VAR decision here for serious foul play on Digne, but the referee has deemed it. VAR have said no. There's no action to be taken. Sorry, Paulie, you were saying?
I forgot what I was saying.
Andy Carroll is on.
Alderweireld is on.
I was just saying about possession.
Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll's come on, is that? Go on, Harbour Boy. Go on, Harbour Boy. Tell us again.
No, Andy Carroll has come on.
Andy Carroll has come on for who? Sorry.
He's come on for Joe Linton.
Just a minute. Calvert-Lewin on the counter attack here. Can he find Richarlison? He's on the edge of the box at the moment on the right hand side. He tries to. Oh, for flaming Nora, that's awful. Awful. Whatever. Sorry, Paulie. Go for it, mate.
All I was saying were the second half, it started off pretty much. It went in first half. Man United have had 85% possession.
85% possession.
Passing it around them, it's just attack against defence at the minute.
Good lord. Oh, hold on a minute. Calvert-Lewin been given the ball. Oh, it's been. Does it look like he's been fouled in the area? No. Everton continue with it. Iwobi trying to chase the ball down. Passes it out. And now, will it be swinging again? Now Iwobi on it. I'll tell you what, Iwobi's been in a lot here. And then we got Iwobi firing in an effort. Calvert-Lewin getting his head to it, but he's put it wide.
I'll tell you what, Steve, you need to get on Sky Sports, mate.
I just
box
need...
office.
I need to know the names. I don't have a clue who anybody is here. I'll tell you what, if you're a Calvert-Lewin owner, get him gone. He is looking absolutely out of it.
Triple substitution for Bournemouth, yeah?
Triple substitution.
Can't tell you exactly. Yeah, so Lerma, Brooks, Stanislas off, Solanke, Harry Wilson, and Dan Juma on.
Oh,
Who
Harry
cares? Absolutely nobody.
I don't know, Harry Wilson. Gonna want to try and prove something.
This can't be right.
Got the drinks break.
What can't be right, Gee Whiz? What's happened?
Oh, sorry. No, I was just looking at the cash league.
Yep, go for it.
I've gone from 67 to 10th.
Well, it is very...
Yeah, that definitely can't be right.
That can't be right. No, honestly.
Why can't it be right? Why are you not confident?
You can't make that sort of jump. That's ridiculous. There's about 70, 80 points different there.
Oh,
no.
Actually,
Are you talking about the James Bang mini league?
Yeah, he's on about that.
Yeah. It is right. It is right because I'll tell you why. What's happened that I've missed? I've got Jimenez captain, and I'm playing my bench boost, and it's got Traore, Patricio, and Soyuncu.
Mate, gee whiz, I wouldn't be looking at live FPL, man. I'm scared to look at live FPL. You know what happens? You look at live FPL and you lose your clean sheets.
Yeah.
I ain't touching my FPL team right now. I'm not looking at it.
I've got. You speaking of clean sheets? I've got De Gea, Maguire, Lascelles, and Fernandes, and Trent. So yeah. The way Harbour Boy was describing that Villa game, it's like one of them teams is going to score. Knowing my luck, it's going to be Villa out of the two.
Warner, did you put Luke Shaw on that booking bet?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
He's just been booked, yeah.
Luke Shaw has just been... Williams didn't start, did he?
No.
No.
Yeah, Luke Shaw started in both games.
Yeah, you're on 6.
In Matt Ritchie news, he's gone off. It looks like he's got a minor injury, so he's been replaced
Matt Ritchie,
by
clean
Dwight
sheet banked. Bloody hell. Lucky owners.
Oh, yeah, so Matt Ritchie's clean sheet is locked in. Yes, he's gone off.
I see Lascelles got a yellow card. Harbour Boy.
Yeah, that was about 10 minutes ago, Steve-O.
Oh.
Yes, he did, yep. The Charles did get a card.
Oh dear. Yeah, I've got G Wiz's team up on screen at the moment. The only player not returning is Cantwell, who has... Well, we've got substitutions here. Pookie and Buendia on for Close and Rupp. So I think that could potentially open up this game a lot more now. I'm hoping so, because Norwich really...
There's a goal at St James's Park.
Oh, go for it.
Dwight Gale has been on for 10 seconds. Has put Newcastle ahead.
Harbour Boy, tell us about it. Tell us about it as an Aston Villa fan. This is going to be, well, gutting for you.
Yeah, it's again. This is Villa all over. So it was a throw in, and then they missed the marker. Andy Carroll put the ball in. Dwight Gale only had one person marking him. Villa have been so solid in the back in this whole game, and they've let it slip. This is exactly Villa's season summed up. Letting it slip in the second half.
I don't
so
want to.
Carroll and Gale, the two new guys, have combined. Quite an easy goal for Newcastle.
I don't want to tempt fate, but if you were to lose this game, is that it for you lot? Are you gone?
It depends so much on what happens with Bournemouth and West Ham.
Well, they're losing at the moment.
don't-
West Ham obviously lost
Yeah.
last night.
But yeah, you're running out of games to get some points to go ahead.
Yeah.
And the games get harder from here for Villa. So.
We just had a free kick swung in, very, very dangerous indeed. But once again, Norwich not taking the opportunity. We've got a corner, but it's been headed away, headed clear. I'll tell you what, Daniel Farker is looking, he is cutting a frustrated man at the moment. Very frustrated. Oh, who's that background noise there?
Where's?
Gee whiz, you need to turn it down. Or mute yourself, please.
I'm not doing anything. I've got no sound on. It's not me, bruv.
Oh, who is it then? Let's see. I think it may be you, Boona. It is Boona.
One sec.
Boona passing the blame.
Just an answer to JC's question in chat. There's not been any subs at Old Trafford for ManU yet.
Why do you think that is? Do you think he's just happy with the way things are going?
Green was just had a shot that looked as though it was just wide, but it could have gone.
Oh, hold on a minute. We have got a goal. We have got a goal, and Boona, of course, has gone the second that.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this. What's going on here? Has Joe Page,
Where?
have you only just found out, Joe Page? Because you will be potentially banned or blocked if this is fake news.
Wait, my game is definitely in real time right now.
Yeah, I think Joe Page, just calm down.
I think he might be on dial-up. It's still 1-0.
Yeah, you must be behind, Joe Page. Let us know if you're behind because...
No, he's referring to a new goal saying on Sky. Well, I'm watching it live, Joe Page, and there hasn't been a goal.
Yeah, just... yeah. There we are. Remove for... it doesn't really matter. Thank you, Paulie. So, moving on. Wolves at the moment, Boona. They've got the goal. They're 1-0 up. Is it just now just contain Bournemouth and just win 1-0 and hit them on the counter if necessary?
Adama Traore is going off for... Who is that?
I'm assuming...
Catrone? Might be Catrone. Might be Dendonka. My mind's gone blank. Jota's gone off. I literally don't give a shit no more. Dendonka. Dendonka's coming on for Traore. They're going to batten down the hatchets. They're going full Brexit now. All in defence.
Do you think that sometimes I always find that it's almost like a bad idea to kind of try and contain the game and just stick with a game plan and actually, you know what, just try and go and get more goals. I'm not suggesting make yourselves open, but just stick with the same game plan rather than just going against what you're used to. I just... this could be more dangerous for Wolves than anything. A question for you, Harbour Boy. Why was Richie subbed? I know you already answered it, but people in chat want to know, mate.
Just before the drinks break, he was getting attention from the physio. So he wasn't limping, but he definitely had some sort of injury. We'll just have to find out how serious that is.
Obviously, a very, very popular pick for people. A very popular pick for people when it came to their wild cards and everything. Obviously, people like myself just went Lascelles to save that 1 million.
Andy Carroll's just had a header on target. Villa having to make the play now, and it's opening up at the back. So this could create more opportunities for Newcastle because Villa have to win.
Well, like I said about Wolves just now, is it just a case of Newcastle just play their own game, soak up it, and then just hit on the counter?
I would imagine so, and that's Newcastle pretty strong in defence. So
Martial hat trick.
Oh,
my
what?
days.
Sid Martial hat trick.
Oh my goodness! What on earth? I mean,
that's a really, really, really good goal.
Rashford.
Bilal, well done. Tell us about it, Paulie.
Oh, I have to make my -4 right now, but I can't. I shouldn't. I want to. I can't.
There were about ManU have done about 15 passes, just quick passes from Pogba, Fernandes, Wan-Bissaka. Fernandes has just done a back heel, and then Martial's played in Rashford, who's passed it back to him through defence, and his chip goalie who went down a bit too early.
So Rashford's assist then?
Rashford played in Martial.
Yeah, Rashford assist, yeah.
This is Martial goal.
And the way Martial took this goal, quality. Absolute quality. One of those where you draw the keeper in and then you just chip him neatly.
Hold on a minute here. Pookie's just played through. God knows who. Pickford came out. He's missed the ball. I don't know who these players are, for crying out. I apologise, but... Oh, come on, Norwich. This is why you're going down. You're pathetic. Sorry,
You telling me
G-Wiz.
you got Norwich players?
No, I just think it's just terrible from a team that are fighting relegation. This is why they're being relegated. They just cannot do anything on any form of attacks whatsoever. When they've got the opportunity to potentially score, they just fluff the lines. They don't take it. Dear oh dear, dear oh dear. But they do look a bit more lively with Pookie back on the pitch. But Pookie.
Well, there
on
goes
the
Martial, the differential. Hey, Steve.
Well, was he ever? To be fair, he was quite highly owned within mini leagues and stuff. I would have thought. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many people own him in our.
That.
How many people do you reckon own him in our league?
I'll have a look.
I owned him until this week.
Say it again, Paulie.
I owned him until this week.
Yeah.
The 75 minutes gone at Old Trafford and ManU still not made a sub yet.
What? Well, Martial's bound to come off, isn't he? He's bound to come off.
I think a few other forwards. I think they'll keep defence the same.
But Paulie was saying that he owned him until this.
Yeah. Oh.
From a Martial hat-trick to 2 assists and Son assist as well.
Well, we've had a couple of substitutions for Norwich. Oh, whose background noise is that? It's G. It's you.
That's not me.
Gee whiz, mute your mic, mate. That's coming through really heavy. A lot of feedback there. So,
yeah.
What was I going to say? I've completely lost my trail of thought now. Norwich have made a couple of substitutions, but because I was looking at something, I've completely missed who it was, but it doesn't really matter. But all I can tell you is that Hernandez has gone off. Cantwell, I don't think's coming on. He's still got his visibility vest on. He's walking down. He looks a bit... I don't really want to be playing. I'm trying to think if Norwich have made all 3 substitutions, but certainly Cantwell is not coming on. A yellow card has now been dished out to, I think, for Moise Keane.
Manchester United are making 5 subs.
Oh, fantastic.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Agallo, Pereira, Mata, Daniel James and McTominay are coming on.
That's amazing.
They're not taking anyone off yet.
No, they're keeping them all on. They're going for 16. Amazing. I think they call that cheating these days.
Well, I'm going to guess that it'll be the majority of the front players. Martial will be gone, possibly Rashford, Greenwood for definite.
I think then Fernandes and Pogba,
I think there's a chance Rashford could stay on, though. Maybe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gives him some confidence. And I think, don't quote me on this, I think Richarlison has been taken off for Moise Keane. I don't know that for fact. I'm going to check now, but I can't see Richarlison on the pitch. Moise Keane is on the pitch. So I think that Richarlison, for anybody that captained him, unfortunately, he's done absolutely nothing for you. I can quickly check now for everybody to see if Richarlison has come off. And yes, the answer is yes. Richarlison has come off for Moise Keane on the 80th minute. And I'm telling you now, Richarlison has not had anything in this game whatsoever. And this game, I think, is going to end.
You can't be surprised, Steve. Richarlison is the ultimate troll.
He is the ultimate troll, yes, but you'd like to think that he would take advantage of this terrible Norwich team because they are terrible. But
just to let everyone know, Federico Fernandez of Newcastle has been yellow carded.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right, Martial is going off. Pogba is going off. And they're the first 2 numbers that filled up.
Please take Rashford off as well.
Rashford coming off. Greenwood's coming.
Rashford coming off.
Rashford, Greenwood, Martial, Pogba, and one other.
And who will be that one other?
Is Fernandes still on?
No.
Who's the fifth player? Do we know?
We've not seen him yet.
Brilliant. It's not like there's a crowd there to be, making the most of this. But well done.
Them 4 are definitely off. Them 5 that I said are definitely on. We're just waiting for full that's gone off. If who's gone off.
Well done to Bilal. Congratulations to you, mate.
Can we also give a shout out to Late Riser? That guy is a legend. He's also gone Martial captain.
You're joking. That's mad.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, he's good at this game.
Yeah, it's Fernandez has gone off.
Oh my, that is. What are your thoughts on Fernandez today? Then 4. Is it 3 goals?
I wouldn't be worried.
Yeah, I know. But if them 3, Pogba and Fernandez play like that, they're going to get you returns a lot of the weeks.
But surely, as a Fernandez captain, because there'll be a few out there, you'd be very disappointed. 3 goals.
Yeah, that'll be me. That'll be me, Steve-O. I've got Fernandez captain.
God. How do you feel then? Arbor Boy, tell us. How are you feeling as a Fernandez captain? 3 goals, 0 returns.
Yeah, I've got seven players, and I've only got returns from him and Traore, so that's not going well. And it's a Newcastle corner here, so let's see what's going to happen here. No, nothing. Villa have made a couple of substitutions. John Joe Shelby.
All right, okay. I just want to know when Richie isn't taking them.
Yeah, John McGinn and Ezri Konda are off, replaced by El Mohammadi and Marvelous Nakamba.
Bilal saying, I thank Matiza for Martial captain. He heard him on the Scoutcast and basically he convinced him Martial over Rashford. Pale Blue Dot saying, anyone thinking of...
He's just messaged me that as well. Oh, Wiz, I just captain Martial. Yeah, thanks, mate.
Who said that?
Latterizer.
Oh, yeah.
Pale Blue Dot. Anyone thinking of Richarlison or DCL, I would advise to avoid like the plague. They are on the beach. Yep, I agree with you. Absolutely useless. David Hackinson, as a Fernandez captain, I ain't that bothered. He will be in everyone's team.
Made a save.
What's this?
David De Gea just made his first save of the game.
I don't want to be hearing this. I don't want Sheffield United to be having any attack whatsoever now.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, trust me. A baby could have saved this one. It was like outside the box, and it just trundled along the ground, and he could have just picked it up, but he sort of dived to his right and cuddled it to his body to make it an authentic save. Great move. I need another 2.
Goal at St James's Park. Villa have equalised.
Villa have equalised.
And it's the substitutes again. Conor Hurahan corner, and it looks like it was El Mohammadi who got the touch.
El Mohammadi.
Messi corner. So good delivery, bounced. Oh, that's a lucky goal. Let's watch this replay. Oh no, it's a good header. It's a header off the back of his head. It's one of those headers where he's facing the wrong way, and he's headed it with the back of his head, completely wrong-footed Dubravka, and it's all tied up, 1-1.
Tell us as a Villa fan, is this now the opportunity for you to really go for it and attack? Oh, hold on a minute. Cantwell has come on. Cantwell, come on, G-Wiz. Is this the opportunity now for Aston Villa to really go for it and attack Newcastle and get that second goal?
Corner to ManU.
Carry on.
Harbour Boy?
Oh yeah. Well, it's all on. Both teams are still really going for it. So it could be an action-packed last 10 minutes. Both teams would like to secure at least a point. We'll see whether they keep attacking.
What was going on there at Old Trafford, Paulie?
Igalo had the ball in the area and he did some skill and it was just about to shoot, but keeper got down, saved it, and it went out for a corner. And Wan-Bissaka put a cross along the box and it's went out a play for a goal kick.
Bernard has gone off for Leighton Baines, so Ancelotti's now just saying we're gonna take a 1-0 here, and it's gonna end. It will end 1-0. I've still got 3 minutes plus whatever amount of stoppage time. I'm guessing 3 or 4 minutes, and it will end 1-0. There's no chance Norwich are going to get back in this game. They're absolutely useless. And I do agree with Pale Blue Dot that I would just stick with Everton defenders because Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, just absolute pants, to be honest. Like he says, on the beach at the moment. We haven't heard much from Boona regarding the Wolves game. Are they just, like Everton, just hoping for a 1-0 and just that's it, done?
Well, forget the bloody Wolves game. Jota's gone off. I've lost Nyland's clean sheet. I've lost 2 Newcastle clean sheets. I've lost interest, mate. Honestly, this game's shit.
You've still got Salah?
Yeah. But still, I need Salah to score a brace today.
Well, I'm concerned now because it's the usual Steve-O curse that all my players do well, but my captain fails. So I've got some bad news, Boone. It's probably going to be a Salah blank based on everything so far because everything's gone really well for me. And I've got Salah captain. So expect a blank.
Bloody hell, yeah. I've just seen your team. Very jealous.
I'd love that. I know it's not a fantasy option, but Matic just played really well today.
In what sense? Tell us about it.
It's just, like the Matic from old that you saw at Chelsea, just winning ball back in defensive midfield and passing it forward. And as I say, that McBurney's just tackled him. But, just like the Matic of old, he's been controlling play, basically. And he's letting Pogba and Fernandes go more forward.
Archie Kendall,
couple of subs for Newcastle. Hayden looks like he's limping. He's gone off, replaced by Lazaro. And Miguel Amaron's off, replaced by Nabil Bentaleb.
And Iwobi's now coming off for what appears to be one of the Everton's youth academy. I could be complete. Yeah, Gordon. Gordon's coming on for Iwobi. Iwobi's played really well today. From a fantasy football's perspective, I wouldn't go going anywhere near, but he's certainly played well, being probably Everton's most creative player, to be honest with you, today, would you believe? But Gordon...
Just wanted to run through the bonus points. Most games have got 5 minutes left, roughly. In the Man United game, Martial obviously 3, Wan-Bissaka 2 and Rashford 1 as it stands. And then in the Newcastle Aston Villa game, it's not going to tell me. So that's all the information I'm going to give you so far.
Well, I can give you Bilal saying that Late Riser on live FPL right now is 77th in the world.
He's had a freak season.
Yeah.
For the Newcastle Villa game, you've got Gale on 3, Richie on 2, and Conser on 1.
Richie?
He got his clean sheet banked, didn't he? Because he bloody come off early.
Of course, as Harbour Boy. Harbour Boy, would that make sense? Richie getting 2 bonus?
Well, yeah, it's hard. Yeah, well, I guess so. He had 2 shots on target. They count, I think. It's hard to know how the bonus points work, but it could all change if anyone can get a winning a goal gets lots of bonus.
6 minutes have been added onto this game.
Oh, Igalo's in. Oh, poor touch. Is Rowers round the keeper?
Very poor. Very poor. No, he ain't going to score from there.
Corner.
I think we could potentially have a penalty at Carrow Road. Cantwell fouling Moise Keane. Oh, it's just outside the box. Cantwell...
Yeah, there's just been a stat up, Steve, on the ManU game that created the most chances in this game.
Say that again, sorry. I didn't quite catch that.
Paul Pogba created the most chances in Man United and everyone in this game, and Rashford was second. And Ollie Knorr was third, and he went off I think 50th minute.
Everton have got a free kick lit pretty much right on the edge of the box at the moment. Sigurdsson looks like he's going to take it.
In your game, Steve-O, Keane on 3, Digne on 2, and Holgate on 1. But it is pretty close between Keane and Digne. And I suppose in the Wolves game, if it ever shows me, it will say Jimenez 3, do you reckon?
Well, I would
say 3, Bolly 2.
3, Bolly 2, and Cody 1.
Oh, if you're a Doherty captain at Block FPL, Boona, tell us, is that the worst choice that he could have gone with, probably, or?
Who, Doherty?
Yeah, Doherty. What's he been like today?
He's been really quiet. I've not really noticed him or seen him at all.
Mm.
Who's that? Yeah, it's been a really poor game, to be honest, Steve. I really want to get rid of what's his face, Jota, right now. But United, are they playing a cup game at the weekend?
I don't know, Paulie.
I'm gonna have a look.
I think they are still in FA Cup, but I'm not, because they beat Derby, didn't they? So I don't know who they're playing.
Yellow card for Courtney Hawes.
Yeah, they're
Interested?
playing Norwich on Saturday, but Jimenez has gone off. We're into stoppage time.
Oh, Jimenez has gone off.
About 3 minutes. They haven't shown the number yet.
It's 3
Nice.
minutes. 3 minutes stoppage time at Old Trafford.
So you all get 3 minutes and I get 6. I don't even know why. I don't know why 6 minutes have been added to this game. And 3 minutes left to play, and Everton have been... No, well, they've got a corner where Dean will take the corner. Be in swinging from the left-hand side. Will Everton snatch a late goal to really punish Norwich? But it hasn't been deserved. Neither team's deserved to win, really, and no. Calvert-Lewin got his head to it, but put it way wide. Has anybody here got Calvert-Lewin at all?
Brewer's got Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison and Digne, and he's on for 2 nice blanks. So unlucky, Brew.
I was thinking about putting Calvert-Lewin in.
I'm quite happy with him. I'll be keeping him, thanks.
Bilal's saying he's got DCL. Echo as well.
God, I need Salah to go ballistic, but I got a feeling Mane and Trent are gonna have it.
I need Salah to blank.
So long as he gets some form of attack in return for me, I'll take a minimum of an assist. He's got to get me, then I'll be happy.
No, I'll be happy with a Salah blank, to be honest.
Salah blank despite owning him.
Yeah.
But is that from an overall rank perspective, considering he's the most capped or whatever it is?
Of course.
Yeah. I have no interest in that.
My captain hasn't blanked, so I'm. Do you know what I mean? That's the way you got to look at it, Steve. It's like when you were saying earlier on about, you didn't know what kind of result you wanted in the Man United game because you've got Wan-Bissaka, Martial. At that point, I was shouting to myself in my head that what you want is a Sheffield United goal. Your man, defensive-wise, has already got an assist. So really and truly, you want that clean sheet wiped out, and also you've got...
what the hell?
So basically, yes, from a selfish point of view, that's the way I'm looking at it. Salah blank will do me all day long.
Closer, going in for a header, takes out Pickford. I don't know if this will classify as a foul. Yeah, it was. It was classified as a foul. But the worrying factor is that the player that followed up had an open goal to aim for and he missed it. So I think, for me, that just says everything about Norwich. Basically missed an open goal, despite the fact it wouldn't have counted, but it's beside the point. And it looks like this game is going to end 1-0. Evening, Sahil. Happy with Martial, mate? Lewis Kirkby, Salah cap left to play as a silver lining. Oh yeah, you got the same team as me, haven't you, Lewis? You're my rival.
Villa corner with seconds to go.
And that's it. Full time here. Norwich 0, Everton 1. Just to let everybody know that game has ended. Thank God.
Yeah, it's full time at Old Trafford as well. ManU have moved up to 5th and Sheffield United have moved down to 8th.
Okay, we'll just go to Harbour Boy. Let's hear this about this corner kick that could be.
We've got another corner. Cross in. Dubravka gets the ball. It's all Villa camped outside Newcastle's penalty area. Newcastle got 11 men behind the ball.
Neto was through there.
Sahil was going to captain Martial, but changed it to Fernandez, who does nothing. Yeah. David Atkinson, Steve, I hope you're right about City going mad versus Chelsea. I really do think they will. Captain Blank, what a week. Mr. Anderson, Captain Blank. Zap YA, Jason can deal with that. I'm not looking at people's teams. I want to be concentrating on the matches for now. Send it into Jason. Yeah, Joe Page. Newcastle look like they're going to be holding on now.
Villa have a free kick.
Full
Free
time
kick.
here.
This
1-0
be last.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Throw the dice. Free kick.
Yeah, clean sheet.
Yeah. Double clean sheet here. Lucky boy. Very, very lucky. How many minutes of stoppage time have you got, Harbour Boy?
5, and we seem to have 5 have gone up. So here's this it's a terrible free kick. He scuffed it along the ground.
Hello, hello, hello.
What you hello at?
I'm allowing at Jason. Can you not hear him?
Oh, I've had him muted, that's why.
Full time at St James's Park, 1-1.
1-1.
So
1-1.
at least it's a point. It's a point for Villa, which actually puts them ahead of Bournemouth.
Yeah, that's a very... Oh, okay, as an Aston Villa fan, are you happy with that?
Well, I'm happy that we didn't bottle it in the last, at the end like we normally do. It's rare for Villa to come back from behind. I'm not sure we've ever come back from behind before. So I guess that's a point is a point, but the Newcastle game was definitely one to target for a win.
Yeah, I am...
Do you want me to just run through personal bonus points, Steve?
Yeah, go for it.
Norwich and Everton game, Keane 3, Dean 2, Holgate 1. Newcastle game, Gale 3, Richie 2, Concert and Shelby 1. Wolves game, Jimenez 3, Bowley and Johnny 2. And Man United game, Martial 3, Wan-Bissaka 2, Rashford 1.
Wow.
Hello, Stevie.
Evening, Jason. Doing the Liverpool game, aren't you?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, nice one, Jay.
Tony Marshall, he comes from France. The English press said he had no chance. 50 million down the drain as Tony Marshall scores again. Yes! 3-0, quality.
Have you got Anthony Martial in your team?
I have now.
You have now?
No.
Not for this week, no.
Captain Rashford, though, paid off well.
Oh, kind of.
2 assists.
Been kind
Get a
of.
bonus
He didn't
point.
blank.
Sorry, Jeebus?
No, I was just saying he's like kind of. I mean, he didn't blank, so should be happy.
He's a 18-pointer, isn't it? 9 times 2. Quick
Yeah,
maths.
it's a very, very good good return. I'd be very happy with Rashford captain, especially if you got Martial as well. I'd be that's dreamland, really. I would.
No, I've got Bruno, mate.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't believe Bruno's involved in any of that. But,
No, it's surprising, isn't it? It's
yeah.
very surprising. Of 3 goals that Bruno gets nothing, but unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
Let's talk about you, Steve-O. 61 points.
I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it. It's like Boona said, it's a waste of time until my captain plays because he's going to blank. Because you know he's going to blank. You just know it.
You're going up to 549,000.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I want to do well in this James Bang Mini League. I don't give a damn about overall rank. I want to do well in this Cash Mini League. And if Salah blanks, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy. I need him to get me.
Me neither, mate.
If he gets me in a...
Are we going to see a exclusive members video if he blanks?
No, because it's not worth doing a members video about. But I think that me getting an assist from Salah, that'll be really, really good. That'll be then starting to be a really good game week because then I've got some decent differentials to play. I think I've got Danny Ings left. I know I've got Danny Ings left.
I've had a bit of a shocker really with my defence.
I think I got all clean sheets. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But we need to set you up for your game, don't we, Jason? Jason.
Yeah, just got to eat these nachos first, mate.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call it an evening, everybody. Here, Jason will be covering the Liverpool versus Crystal Palace game.
Give me 10 minutes, guys.
All I will say is this, Boona, final words before we let you go on tonight's games.
What a load of shit.
That's not bad. So I think that works out to be a £9 that you owe me and Jason.
What is this, London Black Cab?
So thank you for the £9, Boona.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers for your time. Thank you. Take it easy.
Right.
There's Boona there. G-Wiz, same to you. Final thoughts on tonight's games?
Yeah, all good. Quite enjoyed it.
Okay, short and sweet. Cheers, G. Then we have Harbour Boy. Final words, mate?
We'll take the point from the game, but not happy that Bruno and DCL blanked for me in my FPL team.
Yeah, DCL was absolutely terrible. Well, he had no service. Everton looked absolutely flat, to be honest with you. Cheers for tonight, Harbour Boy.
No worries. See ya.
And finally, Paulie.
Man United played really well. If you own Martial, Rashford, Fernandes, Pogba, I'd still be excited for the rest of the season, especially if they play like that every game. Sheff United didn't look anything like they have done all season. It's the first time I've seen them dominated that bad this year.
Nah, they're on the beach.
It probably doesn't help either with two of the best defenders out and the goalkeeper obviously not being able to play.
Absolutely.
But I'm just gutted I took Martial out. Can't believe I talked myself into it as well. Gutted.
Paulie, take it easy.
See you later.
There's Paulie there as well. Brilliant. Right then. I'm calling it an evening, everybody. Stay tuned. In the next 5-10 minutes or so, Jason will be covering the Liverpool versus Crystal Palace game. All going to be fun and games. I'm really hoping, I really do mean this, I'm really hoping that Salah does get me some form of attacking returns, because I've got some bad news for everybody. It happens all the time. Every time I have a really good game week with all my other game players, my captain always blanks. So I'm afraid to say Salah will blank tonight. Cheers, everybody, and see you when I next see you.